What's up, everybody, and welcome to Power Hour with myself, the Swinging Bull, and the one and only Mr. SLP. What a week this week. How you doing, brother?
Good afternoon, man. What's up?
Hey, not much. Just looking at the heat map here today. Um, Market in general was fantastic. Look at semiconductors. Their whole sector red.
Yeah, they got smashed today. So
Yeah,
I believe the outlook on like chips and things like that was below par. So I feel like all those semiconductor companies have some bad down day today. So
yeah,
we saw
yeah.
that.
No, that makes total sense. So it looks like just the whole sector in general just took a hit all at one time because of that news, right?
Well, I did pick up some Nvidia. I like Nvidia out of all of them. Pretty solid company. The business model, everything, the income, pretty good with Nvidia.
Mhm.
Is that Nvidia?
No,
No,
that's
it's not
not. Hold on.
Nvidia.
I forgot
So
already.
Nvidia is like 145 and change. I
There we
picked some
go.
up at 140. I believe I loaded it today at like 145 or 144. Let me just double check. Oh yeah, I put it in retirement because I like it in retirement. Okay, 144 is when I put the buy signal out there. I do like this long term, man. I think the short term we got a lot of problems with supply issue, but long term I think that they will get themselves together um, and it start pushing back up soon.
Yeah, it looks like we got some good support here. If we go back in time and look at some areas of interest here, May 13th of last year, so a little over a year ago, looks like it found a bottom right there. So maybe this price action from May of 2021 is coming, could come back into play here, which we're above it right now. So a little bit of room to breathe there. I love the entry at 145. What's your price targets on that?
For that, man, I got one. Well, I'm retirement. I mean, short term, I think we can get to 155.
Right.
And then I got 157. But if you're trying to hold it a little bit longer term, I think we can probably see about 20% more upside from where it's at now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think if you hold it maybe a couple months, 3 months, 6 months, I think we can probably get one probably about 20%, 15, 20% short term. I'm if you're just trying to get in and out, I think within a week, 2 weeks, I think we can hit that 155 again. So kind of it really depends how you trade in it, right? So for
Yeah.
me, I'm going to reassess once we get to that target, and then I will reassess maybe a trim position, maybe a reposition myself. I mean, time will tell, right? I'm going to make a decision when we get to that point. So yeah, that's about it with Nvidia. I do like Nvidia. AMD is probably a better one. It's actually bounced off. AMD bounced off a really good support level at $72 today. So actually, out of the two of them, I like AMD the most. Just where it's sitting, it
Mhm.
bounced right off that $72 range today, and it's looking
Oh, wow.
pretty.
Yeah. Look at that support right there. No, this is beautiful. Go ahead and draw this out with a little support line here
Yeah,
around
yeah.
72
Let's draw
bucks
those little
here.
chart. Let's draw those little trend lines out.
Let's make this.
How's Tesla looking? Let me see. Let me see what this. There's a lot of things that I think have potential long term, especially from this week onwards. I think there's some good setups out there. Yeah. So you see that line right there for AMD, for sure. That's a great level of strong support because it's bounced off that level in the past. If you go to the left,
Yeah, I saw that
it's
right
bounced
here.
off there
Beautiful
many
support right
times
here.
at $72,
One,
and
two,
it's
three
bounced
times.
off there lovely. And today it hit that level and it did push off. I mean, we're only a buck, $2 above that level, but it did the volume did come in
Yeah, we got some
and
recovery
push.
right here. Yep.
Yeah.
Trending up.
Um, so I do like AMD. AMD, I didn't even know that Tesla came down to this level again, 672. So
Let's take a
there's
look at it.
another one that has potential to go. I mean, Tesla likes to move, right? Like $50 to $100 on swings. I mean, within a week or two. So Tesla has that potential again to go long. Just like Amy said, we could see a nice potential, probably about $50 up, $75 up from here, going forward.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, that's going to be the next resistance, I think. I mean, we kind of broke through a little bit of resistance today, early in the morning when it hit 691. But yeah, I could totally see $75 increase on this because here we got this major resistance right here around 750 right here, right? So for maybe a little bit of a swing play there, we can go ahead and draw this resistance here. Let me make it a little bit darker so you can see it. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, we would love to see
well, look at the swings, man. Look at the swings. If you go back like the past like month or two, you can see
right.
the swings, and they've been like $50 to $100 swings.
That's pretty easy for Tesla, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty easy, man. I mean, Tesla's been like that. I mean, they had some bad publicity going on with layoffs and things like that.
Right.
And the EV sector in general has had a bad couple of weeks, but out of all of them, Tesla's held up their best. And they got their following. So for me, I feel like Tesla next week, we could easily see over that $700 mark again next week, as long as we have some green days ahead.
Yeah, I think the 700 mark, right where my cursor is, I think that's easily done there. With some more buying pressure that comes in. Very easy play there to the upside if we get the buyer stepping up. I like that. I was looking at some data. I've been pulling up this economic calendar lately. I like pulling it up. I like pulling it up on Mondays to see what's going on throughout the week. And of course, Thursday we had some more inflation numbers come out, jobless claims, stuff like that. That was yesterday. And I like going through it. We could look at construction spending, pending home sales that came up this week. But so not only do I like to look at it on Mondays to see what the week's going to bring us, I also like to pull it up on Friday. And the reason being, because now all the data's in. And so now we can go back to Monday and say, okay, pending home sales index, the previous reading was -4%. The numbers that came in this week, 0.7% in the positive. So pending home sales actually are now increasing after decreasing recently. And then, of course, durable good orders, core capital good orders. You can see the changes from the previous report to what's reported now. So durable good orders increased by 0.3%. And then the core capital good order, and so we can go through each day and see what the results were compared to the last report, and kind of get an idea, are we improving, or, so just some great information that we can look at on Monday to determine what's going to happen this week. And then on Friday, we pull it back up and see what the data was actually that was read out. So just wanted to point that out. Little good tip.
And where do you find that? You find that at, you said Market Watch?
Yeah, this is Market Watch. You don't even need a premium subscription for this. It's a free. I'm not even logged in, I don't think, and it gave me all this data. So if you look at my URL up here for the web address, it's marketwatch.com/economy-politics/calendar. And if you save that, bookmark that in your toolbar. And again, I like looking at it Mondays and Fridays, maybe midweek. I'll look and see what the numbers were for Monday, Tuesday, or whatever. But
yeah, that's a fantastic report, man. Yeah, that's a fantastic report. And it fills it all in for you, and then it shows you next week's major reports coming up. So is there anything major that we're looking at for next week that you are keeping your eye out on? Probably initial jobless claims is one of them that we want to find on Thursday next week.
Yep, Thursday next week, we got initial jobless claims at 8:30 in the morning. We want to keep our eye on that. And a big one on Friday, unemployment rate numbers are coming out. Okay, this is going to be something that a lot of people are going to be waiting on. That's at the end of the week, which I'm kind of happy about, because if it's a bad report, at least it won't affect the majority of the week, right? And then we can just kind of go through this and see if there's anything else that might be important to look at. Like Wednesday, we have the job openings numbers, ISM service index, and you kind of just go. And of course, Monday we're closed, July 4th, right? So Yeah,
Wow, we got a
great
3-day
website.
weekend, man. What are we gonna do with ourselves?
I might be going to the beach to unwind a little bit, or I could just stay home and chill out by the pool, and
That's a good idea. That's a
yeah,
good idea. I'm
absolutely.
still waiting for the invitation. When that comes through, I'll be on my way.
Yeah, I'll send you an invite or
It's not
something.
far away. You're like an hour away. So yeah,
Yeah,
I mean it's not far away, and I'd be right on that I-4. Just let me know, man.
yeah, yeah. You're a hop, skip, and a jump away. That's for sure.
Yeah. So like man, I said this morning, I said, man, I just have a feeling Spy's gonna go green. I mean, there was a lot of resistance, right? I mean, we saw Spy hitting so much resistance
Yep.
at these levels, and then we blasted through resistance just recently.
Yeah.
And then we came right back down to retest it, then bounced right off of it. So we're
Yeah.
over 380 now for the day on Spy. I mean, we were down pretty much like 0.5, 0.7
Yeah.
at
Down
one
here.
point of the day, and now we're back up near on 1%
Yeah.
green for the day. So there is a lot of good. Oh, it's a good ending to the week, right? It's a good
Oh, I
ending.
love it. Yeah, I like
You
to
know,
see I like to see a little pump on a Friday. Of course, a lot of retail traders think every Friday is a selling day, which is just absolutely not true. Because if we go back in history, we can see several Fridays that actually were green. And sure enough, today, up about 0.8%. Like you were saying earlier this morning, about an hour after the bell rang,
yeah.
we did have
I,
a
I
significant sell off. We hit the 373. That's when we were in the red. What you were saying.
Yeah, right here. I put up my screen. We can flip right back to yours soon. I just
Sure.
want to show that this is kind of what we're looking at here. And this is the area that we saw this big run up, right? So the beginning of the day when we opened, we saw this huge run up here to like pretty much 380, right? Very close to 380. And this is the line. I mean, if you didn't know and you didn't know what to look for, this was the area to look at, because you can see previous day, right? If you draw a trend line from previous day, these resistances, this is likely where you're going to hit resistance again. And look, sure enough, this is where we grab puts. This is where we loaded puts at the towards just after this happened. Once it got rejected, we loaded puts, came down here over 100% on the put side. And then we played, I mean, a mix of both Amy and James, man. We were just mixing it up and just hitting every target possible out there today. It was a very green day on the option side. And we were playing puts, play calls. And then, I did say it was going to go green before the end of the day. Things were looking very positive in Europe too. They kind of recovered towards the end of the day. So I said, you know what, I think this is probably what's likely to happen here in the US too, that at least get close to zero or a little bit red, but we're actually super green now. So yeah, we had these calls that we played. You can see the trend line broke this resistance. Now we're pushing higher. So this is a very good end of the day run for SPY.
Yeah, it's looking really good. I mean, it looks like it wants to keep going. We're sitting here 3:15 p.m. Eastern. Got 45 minutes left in the regular session, and we're still going up here, making new highs a day. We just made a new high a day, 380.52. But that level on SPY that you pointed out earlier that we were having trouble with was right around this 376 level. After the sell off this morning, that's where we kind of started hitting our head. And then once we got above that, then yeah, that's call city right there. And sure enough, you guys took advantage of that in the premium options section.
So we can get rid of that, right? And then right here.
Hey, if you want to show that in Discord too, so they can see it.
They didn't see it in the Discord.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Well, I still had my SPY chart pulled up in Discord.
Oh, that's even better, man. That's even better.
But as you were talking about it, I was kind of moving my screen around as you were talking to what.
Yeah, so we have a resistance point. Like if we go back in time, we have resistance points. I think the next one will likely be around like 381, 381, 89, 90 area. There's a pretty strong resistance there.
Right.
If you go back like 3 days ago and then last week, that's when we initially gapped up. So there is going to be resistance there. It's just pretty much, I can just share it too. Let me just share my screen.
Yeah, share on Discord so they can see it. And then we do have a couple requests
Let me
for the
see here.
tickers.
Can you guys see that now? This is here. So you can see right here. I mean, we broke that whole resistance today. We broke that resistance and blasted right through it. But then there's a resistance here. This is when we gapped up right here, and then you can see a couple of days ago, find it very hard to go through this area right here. So this is I believe, is going to be another area of resistance that we're going to face. We may not even get up there today, but if we do, this is the area that I will look at, probably a rejection, or even we break it and go higher. So I mean, that's what I see. But it is a great end of the day, and I'm glad that we can go into July 4th weekend buzzing, ready for next week, huh?
Right. No, absolutely. Yeah, I can't wait. Next week should be good. We got the day off on Monday. I just wanted to post this link to the economic calendar in the chat down there at the bottom of the screen, so you guys can obtain that if you want it. It's a free economic calendar. And yeah, Lee, I'm excited for next week. See how the market reacts to the 3-day weekend. And then, of course, we got some reports and stuff being released next week that we'll keep our eye on. What you got pulled up there now? You got, let's see, AKBA. Okay, yeah, let's take a look at that
Let me
one.
switch over here. I have, AKBA. So I have AKBA here because, I put this alert out today down here. So now we're starting to curl right back up. We had big news yesterday, and I believe even Amy put it on the day trades yesterday or today. Smashed that in the morning. But we had good news on AKBA. They had they got paid 55 million for a termination with another company, another pharmaceutical company, licensing agreement. So it got terminated, and they regained the rights of the medication in the United States, Europe, China.
Wow.
And they got paid 55 million settlement fee for ending this deal. So they got 55 million. They got the actual drug back. So they got the rights of their drug that they got approved, FDA approved back.
And they got 55 million.
55 million. And then they do have, they have income, pretty good income yearly. It's around 200 million the last year. And then the years before, a little bit more. It's a bit mixed. Their balance sheet is over 150 million. We came right back down. We're at 54 cents pre-market. We came all the way back down to 37, and we're curling back up. So for me, I think this is a good, where we bought here is definitely a good first buy. And I'm aiming to go right back up, curl back up to the 45, 47, maybe 50 cent range again. I know that they have some compliance that they have to meet, right? Because they have to meet that dollar compliance. But I think that if there's any more significant news, I think they'll be okay. And I think we get another push in the next couple of days. Okay, go ahead. Who is that? Okay. Let me check on that news. Let's have a look. Voyager news.
Hey, Chet, try to keep it Joe, try to keep it as simple as possible, because we do need to repeat this for the YouTube recording. Yeah. Okay.
Are we talking about something like three arrows or something like that? Voyager, okay. Ah, gotcha. So I see a news here that cryptocurrency platform Voyager Digital temporarily suspends trading and other functions, and that was reported just now, like 3:15. That's what I see. I mean, we can bring that up if you want. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, you can talk about it then. That's cool. Yeah, let's do it then. Absolutely.
Yeah. So just to kind of sum up what Crypto Joe was referring to is the Voyager company that accommodates certain crypto transactions and staking and stuff like that. I guess there was an official announcement that they're halting some of the trading activities on their platform. So I guess that's really big news there for the crypto. But yeah, there is a crypto stream starting in about 30 to 40 minutes. And I'm sure they'll elaborate on that
I
a
think it's
little
on the
more.
YouTube channel too, right? That one?
Yeah, that's on YouTube.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, tune in for that, guys. There's a YouTube crypto watch list, and they can talk about Voyager suspending some of their trading. Man, that's some big news for the crypto world, huh? So
Yeah. And Lee, I mean,
hmm? Absolutely,
gotcha.
yeah,
You
yeah,
got anything you want to
absolutely.
add to that, Lee, since we're talking about it?
I'm not a big crypto guy. I don't. I mean, I've had many discussions with the crew about cryptocurrency, and me not really. I don't. It's not something I like to be involved in. There's so much uncertainty going on over there that it's just somewhere I don't want to plant my money at the moment. So I stick to the old fashioned way of the stock market, options, stuff like that right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I did alert. You know what? I did alert Bitcoin yesterday at 19,000, and we had a nice pump when Asia woke up. They pumped it over 20K. So I mean, we did play that, and I'm okay with playing like short term, but long term, just too much uncertainty, and especially when you got platforms telling you that you can't withdraw your funds and you can't sell and you can't buy. I mean, that for me is a red flag because you should be able to control your money and what you do with it. So for me, I don't like to hear news like that. What about you, Bull?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to crypto, I mean, I do have some long-term positions. It's kind of interesting because probably about a month or so ago, I did kind of take a little bit of a deep dive into the whole staking, and that's what I believe Voyager is known for a lot. Is they stake a lot of coins for people, and that's where you get a certain interest paid to you for basically them holding the coins for I guess a year, or maybe there's different time frames you can
Staking?
make it
You saying
for.
staking, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
staking's good.
So
I like staking. Yeah.
yeah, well, I mean, not so good after the news that was just released,
No,
but Voyager's,
exactly.
halting some of the services that they offer. So, if that has anything to do with the staking, and of course, it probably has something to do with, maybe certain coins are not going to be able to be traded, for right now. But yeah, it seems like some big news. Voyager is a big player in the crypto sector. So news like this for them, we could definitely see a ripple effect in the crypto market in general from this. But again, they'll be chatting about that here in about 30 minutes when they do their crypto stream. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. It's, definitely big news that we need to keep our eye on, especially if you are vested into some crypto right now.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So what else are you looking at there, right there, Spy? Or Lee, is that
You know
Spy?
what, man? Yeah, I'm looking at Spy. I'm just trying to end out the week looking at Spy because that's probably what we start the week looking at. So for me, yeah, I'm just watching Spy. I got some positions, like I said, in Nvidia, and I got some AMD again today. Is there anything else, anything that the members want to ask, or have any questions?
I'm not seeing any questions right now. Got a couple viewers on YouTube, but nothing
Okay.
that we need to address now. Let me look in the live stream chat. Looks like we're good there. Um, I thought I saw someone post a question that they wanted us to take a look at Redbox RDBX.
Oh, Redbox. Yeah,
Yeah,
let
because
me see
we've been
what that
playing
one's
that
doing.
quite a bit in premium.
Okay, so this one I actually just put out recently as a day trade, right? So we saw this, we're down 16%. We're a big down day today. We had this huge run up, and this is just like all the others, right? The meme stocks, everyone's out there speaking about, oh, there's going to squeeze, there's going to be a short squeeze on this one, FOMO and HODL, all this stuff that's going on with Redbox. But I put out a day trade just today. I think it was around like 610. And my targets were already hit because we hit this 632. So it's a quick little scalp day trade
Right.
today. So we did hit targets. Yeah, I mean, I've been seriously just day trading a lot this week. We played EVFM, we played AGRX, we played ADIL, we played. There's so many that we played. BBIG. So it's fun to just day trade, right? Because you can get in and get out with those nice profits already before the end of the day.
Right.
So I've been focusing this week on more day trading than previous weeks because it's just the right time for me. Also, I've been working on my setups a little bit more, so I've been able to get cleaner day trades just with tweaking my setups and my scanners. So
Right, right. No, I love that a lot. I mean, that's just kind of the market we're in right now, right? We have to be safe. We got to lock in gains when we see
yeah,
them.
yeah.
Try not to over allocate on things and just play as smart as we can. Um,
Absolutely. I do like that. What I have been seeing that's nice is that the biotech sector's been running a little bit different to the rest of the market.
I've seen that.
So you've been seeing a lot of like small cap biotech stocks that have just been smashed to pieces for the past 18 months.
Right,
Now they're coming back. They're kind of redeeming themselves a little bit and recovering. I mean, Wave right here. I mean, it's a bit flat today, but if you look on the further out time frame, we've had this nice run from the low $1 range all the way up to 350. This has
wow.
happened in like 3 weeks only.
Yeah,
And there's lots of stocks like this out there, very small caps that have just been beaten to death. Because if you go out, look where it was at. I
wow.
mean,
Yeah,
this thing was out here in the $12 range not too long ago, maybe a year ago. It was around
yeah.
$12.
I like seeing
And
it curl up a little bit of a
you
recovery
see
here. That's
this?
nice.
So
Yeah,
I've used this one in the past, but we've played this one, and all you have to do is slap on this resistance line, right? So this is just every time it meets this line, it gets slammed down,
hmm,
and that's basically telling us that it's still in a downtrend. So this is kind of a line you can kind of guide how to play it, and you can see it broke through this level here, came
right.
right back down. Once it broke through, it came right back down to test it. Then it took off. So this is an ideal play to watch once
Mm,
it breaks the resistance. You can play it once it
yeah.
confirms. It's likely 90% likely to come back down to retest that line again.
Get that retest. That'd be ideal entry right there. Yeah.
Right here, look for the volume, wait for the volume to come in, push higher above this resistance line, and then bam, you're in a play. And that was a solid play from the beginning of June all the way to the end of June. Great trend that it's been on. And yeah, over 100% easy for the month. So
Yeah.
there is a lot of stocks like that that are now starting to recover and start to reverse. So it's
Yeah.
kind of fun in the small cap industry for the biotechs to play now.
Well, they're starting to get a lot more attention because they're so far from their highs. You know, I mean, some of these are 80, some 90% down from their all-time highs, and seems like that that kind of sector is getting a lot more attention right now. Maybe some people are seeing some value in some of these stocks, and they're starting to get into it, and we're starting to see some more buying volume, which shows us right in the chart when we start to see it recover a little bit. Very interesting there.
Yeah,
So
and I was talking about this with Amy and the crew earlier today. How there's a few people that I follow in the market that have really good data and really good information. And there
mhm.
was a guy that was saying that one of the guys that I was following said that Shopify is trading, I think it was like 200 times the PE ratio. Okay. So it
Oh
was
wow,
super high,
yeah,
still with this forward split, trading super high, like 200 plus times the PE ratio. And you got someone like Meta, which is Facebook, barely, and they're like 12 times the PE ratio. So you
right.
can see kind of the deal that I believe you're going to get out of Meta. I think long term, if you build this position with Facebook, which is now Meta, I think there's a lot more potential in a stock like this than over Shopify.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't Facebook pay out a higher dividend, I think, than Shopify? I think they do. Pretty sure Meta has a bigger market cap, but
I don't even think that. No, Meta does not even give dividends, do they?
oh wow, I thought they did. Maybe they and then they stopped it. Maybe during.
Let me see. I can easily find that out. But man, the market is ripping into
Yeah, I
close.
mean, I'm showing a dividend yield of 0%, so maybe they don't even have
Yeah,
one.
so they don't have no dividend. They
Nope.
don't have a dividend. Their yeah, so their forward PE is 11, their PE is 12. Institutional owns 77%. It's there's some good numbers there for Meta,
I,
and when
I,
you compare it to Shopify.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely digging that PE ratio. We got the trailing 12-month PE of 12, PE forward of 13, 6.67. Anything between 10 and 20 PE ratio, I think is a great PE ratio. So I'm assuming that's a lot better than what Shopify has. Um, so yeah, I,
Yeah,
I, I like Meta long term as well. That's a good one
right, Meta,
there.
you can slap on this little trend line here
Yeah.
on the daily. This is kind of the trend line that it's in.
Uh,
Um,
Shopify's PE ratio is over 250.
yeah, isn't that
That could
insane?
be considered very overvalued. And that's when Shopify's trading at $31. I mean, wow. And, well, okay, they just did the forward split, so that's why that's that.
You can do.
Uh,
I think you can even do like this. You can probably do it. Actually, probably better from out here somewhere. Let me
yeah, look at
see.
that possible gap fill. I've been watching that gap on Meta for a couple months now.
So if you put it out here, say something out here, um, something like that, and you can see that this, yes, it's getting tighter in there, right? So for me, I also today we put out that free alert for anyone that was in the free section that was looking and begging for an option alert. We did put a few out recently,
Right.
and Meta is one of them that we put out today. Pretty much got it at the bottom, and I believe it's probably up about 50-60% now. So
Wow.
you can either lock that profit in if you played Meta, lock that profit in. The
Yep.
expiration is next Friday, so it could continue. I mean, Meta could continue for the next couple of days. It's obviously going to be a higher risk holding over the weekend because anything can happen.
Yeah.
But if you believe that it's something that will continue, and I mean, there's a lot of volume into the end of the day, it could very well continue over 160.
Hmm.
You got a week left on those expiration on those contracts, so you can very well hold it if you would like. I mean, I took all my profit already myself for 50%.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
speaking of that, another thing you could do, that someone could do, especially if they bought multiple contracts, is let's say you bought four contracts, you take profit on three of them, and that profit you took could pay for your remaining runner. Basically, you're leaving a free runner, and maybe you even have more profit that not only covers the cost of the runner, but you have profit as well. That's just another way if you are thinking about maybe holding over the weekend, at least take profit on something, and then maybe leave a free runner for next week. See what happens with that play. But that was a great call option there. You said it hit what, 60% profit today?
what was that? Sorry.
No, I was just saying your call option on Meta on Facebook. It ended up hitting like 60%.
I'm getting Amy calling me in the background here. What are you saying? You got some Walgreens calls? Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Turn that guy up.
All right. So what else do we got here? It's 3:36 p.m.
Bull,
Yeah.
Bull, do
Yeah.
you have Amy's volume up in the Discord?
Yes.
You do? You can hear
Yep.
each other?
I heard her talking earlier.
What about now?
Nope, she's not saying anything.
Well, she is in the Discord, bud.
Okay, let me try and refresh.
Can you hear her now?
Okay. Yeah, no,
Can you?
no, I mean, Amy, I can hear you now. It sounded like it might have been
perfect.
on your. It sounded like it might have been. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a little tough, especially when we're streaming to YouTube. To when people talk in Discord, sometimes there's some tech issues going on there, so we'll have to address that later. But what are you looking at here? Okay, so thank you, Amy. That's why, because I have some leaks.
Amy should have just jumped in the stream. Maybe that would have been easier.
Yeah, Amy. Next time, meet us in StreamYard. But yeah, Walgreen Boots. The Leap option I currently have open on this right now. The contracts are only selling for $33 each, and it's a $50 Walgreen Leap option. Does not expire till 2024. So I'm definitely going to. I have been scaling into these contracts. WBA is one to keep your eye on too if we do fall into a recession. This is the kind of company that does well if we are to go into a recession. So that's why I'm open leap position on this. And again, the contracts are just so cheap. I mean, I bought 3 contracts today, and it didn't even cost $100. So I'm controlling 300 shares of WBA for 30, for less than $100, and they don't expire until 2024. So looking forward to that. Amy, sorry I couldn't hear you before, but totally love that call out there. Yeah,
I do like this setup. I don't know if you guys you see it on the screen here. I put on Walgreens, and yeah, this is a good setup. Also, there's a big. I mean, if you go on the daily, you can easily see. I mean, it's in right here, but I mean, if you put it on the 4-hour, probably better. 4-hour chart, you can see this is a big resistance area all the way down, and it has some room to move. So I mean, this could literally go back up to probably like $41. Before we start seeing some hard resistance. And you can see right here, there was some good buying that happened today in the day. You can see right here, a lot of buying, and it's pushing it back in this channel. So yeah, I mean, it had good earnings too. I think the earnings were good. I think they beat earnings, didn't they?
Yeah, they beat earnings. Go ahead, Amy. Yeah, kind of typical with these kind of companies, that the problems that they're having. Another thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they beat the EPS. They beat their revenue by 370 million. They maintained the full year 2022 outlook. So they didn't even lower it. They maintained the outlook that they gave probably last quarter or last year.
Yeah.
So it's nothing too bad. The only thing that I see that's probably weighing down on them is they have a 683 million Florida opiate charge. I don't know if that's to do with them.
That's already been paid out. Out. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they were in a court case regarding the opiate pandemic, basically that we've been having, and over the last several years. And they had to pay out. It was like $600 million in the class action suit or something.
683. But I'm kind of like on the fence with that. I mean, they're a pharmacy, right? So they're just doing it. what the doctors are prescribing. I don't know if it's really
Right.
should be the pharmacy that's at fault.
Yeah.
When it's come with medication, I feel like they can't say no to a doctor's prescription.
Right.
And I feel like the doctor should have more of the actual fines than a pharmacy.
Yeah, the doctor should definitely have more of, at least the attention.
Responsibility.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that. Yeah, for sure. So that's a good one there. It's about 3:40 p.m. Eastern. We got about 20 minutes before the bell rings for the regular session. So if anyone has any option contracts that they don't want to hold over the weekend, make sure to close them out. Which one you got pulled up?
This is nice to see. Look at this SPY. Just look at the volume pouring in here too right now.
Beautiful.
It's $1 million right there, nearly on the volume side.
Wow, look at that. Yeah.
I mean, this is a resistance line that I thought that we would not hit today, but we may possibly touch it today.
Yeah. Looks like we might. I mean, we got 20 more minutes, and then of course we have extended hours, after hour trading. Let's see what happens.
Yes, we do. And then we have Monday close. We're gonna have a short week next week. Yeah. So yeah, there's some fun stuff ending the week. That's some fun for sure. A lot of green on my watch list now.
I'm noticing that too.
Yeah, a lot more green. So I mean, is there anything else that you're looking at for next week? What is your kind of outlook for next week?
Yeah, I was actually just looking at some of my watch list here, and there's a couple gainers that we had this week that I have been keeping my eye on. Specifically, I was watching OMER. I don't know if you can pull that up. That's run up over 50% in the past day.
Yes.
I'm looking to see if we get some continuation out of this, maybe a little pullback.
Love this company, man. I love playing this, and I'm glad that it's starting to recover now. It's up 53% on the day.
Yep.
I remember playing this when it was in like the $12 range, and it was I think it was $12 range, $10, $12. Let me see. Yeah, I think we're up there. No, maybe not. Yeah, up here. So we were playing this in the even $10 to $20 range. It was there for so long. It was there for years.
It was a nice one to play because, I mean, just kind of traded in that range on the longer term chart. And we just picked it up at the bottom and sold it at the top, and kind of did that a couple times with this healthcare company here. I think they specialize in pharmaceuticals, but it looks like it's coming back to life now. So I'm going to be watching this one next week. Was one of my favorites that I'm going to be watching. Another one.
Look at this. This is nice. This is a nice reversal. Look at this. I mean, if you just slap yourself, even you can do it here. You can do it short term or all the way down, all the way up here. It's really up to you. But you can also do it from here in May. Slap a little resistance line in there, right? Slap a resistance line, because every time it meets this line, it gets slammed back down. And this is where, if you don't like to build down positions like I like to build down positions, get good average, at least the first like 40 to 50% of my position, and then I add the last big chunk on that reversal. If you're someone that don't like to see a little bit red in your account for a little while you're building it down, you wait for this to happen. And look at this. I mean, it broke this level with a lot of volume. RSI pushing up, healthy RSI pushing up into that nice territory. And then we just pushed from there. And I mean, this thing never came back down. It just took off from there, and what an amazing run today for sure, up 54%. But this is kind of what you look for, guys. If you're looking for a reversal on any stock, you kind of look for something like this, where it just breaks through that resistance, holds this level good, pushes with some strong volume. That's kind of where a lot of swing traders are looking, or momentum traders are looking to enter on this reversal to the upside. So this is, I mean, if you got in here 10% above this area, you still got yourself near on 100% from the high today. You got yourself 100%.
Yeah, you still get a big, massive gain there. I love that setup. That's why I was watching it and I mentioned it. So
That's beautiful stuff, man. Beautiful.
Yeah. I got one more if you want to
Oh
pull it up.
man, you're
I
really
got
giving
another
us
one.
it today,
Now,
aren't you? Come on.
now this one I'm about to say we have played. I have, I only have 10
Come on.
fingers, right?
Get me
We played
excited over here.
CLVS.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, beautiful. We played this
Yeah.
CLVS. Beautiful.
I
Look at
still got some
this.
old fib lines on this from about 4 months ago when we were playing
Me
this.
drawing all these lines too.
Yeah. I'm
Beautiful,
liking that
beautiful,
one. I'm
beautiful.
watching that one on Tuesday morning for sure.
Oh man, my computer starts to when my computer starts, like the fan starts to blast, that means something is going on. Like if a lot of volume's coming into SPY,
Hey, that
or a
could
lot of
be an
selling, or a lot of
indicator.
buying.
Yeah, the fan in your computer, we can just make it an indicator. It starts.
Let's see what it
choosing.
is.
Yeah.
It's well, I think we got a lot of volume. Yeah, we got a lot of volume coming into SPY. It's
Yeah.
exactly what happens when there's a lot of volume in SPY. My fan on my computer just starts to come on like super loud.
That's a neat trick there. I
It's
like
pretty funny, huh?
it.
But yeah, this is a great one. CLVS, man. This is what I love to see. I mean, you can easily wait for this break of this trend. I mean, this is from the gap down, but wait for the break of this trend. And you can see this is a good example of it retesting that trend line too.
Right.
It retested it here once it broke through. Went higher, so you could have scalped it here. I think Amy even day traded this so many times as well.
Yep.
But we played this from the 70s. I even built a swing position from the mid 70s and some 80s cent range too. And then look right here, it even came lower than this one, but it ripped right off the resistance line and took off from there. And I mean, look at this. This thing is a non-stop monster.
Amy's done a fantastic job alerting that one. Amy has. Nice, good gains.
It's been both of us actually.
I've seen you, Amy. I've seen you day trading it, getting that quick money
absolutely.
there.
Absolutely. I'm not going to take 100%, but I can tell you this: that we played this one back when COVID was around, and we played it. It was basically acting like a meme stock for a while. This one was. This one was up like I think it was like $6, $8, $10 range.
Yep.
And we played it from like $3 up to that much before me and Austin did. So to see it down here at 58 cents, and also it's an oncology, right? So they're dealing with cancer treatments, and any stock that has any small good data with their trials, it rips. And this is one that came down to 58 cents. I couldn't believe it. They have a lot of cash on hand and they have income. And it was just amazing to see it so cheap. And this is another example of a small cap got beaten to death, and now it's redeeming itself, coming back from the dead, and starting to push higher. Look at this thing go. It's a new high of day. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It was a good deal when back in COVID. I mean, look at this. We played this right here, even in 2000. Look, this is 2022. We played it from $1 something up to $3 there. I mean, it has huge moves. This is where's COVID? COVID's right here. So it came down to like $3, $4, ran up to 10. So yeah, this is amazing, man. This is another one to watch for continuation. I mean, this is a huge reversal.
Big one.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
A huge cup right here.
Yeah, big one.
So this is a very nice one, man. You're bringing us all these good stocks, man. What else is on the menu today?
I keeping my eye out now on different things here.
I do like Kern, guys. I mean, I've loaded this in our premium. I do like Kern at this level. 15 cents we got it at yesterday. Actually, we got it at 14 and a half cents.
Wow.
We got this yesterday, Kern. I mean, this actually, it was a low float, but obviously they diluted shares now because they did an offering.
Yeah.
But it was like 9 to 10 million on the float. This is a cannabis company. And I mean, it's got beaten to death. I mean, that's a huge gap right there. Look at this gap. It was before the offering about 30 cents. And now we hit a low of 13 cents yesterday. I think you should start seeing this curl right back up in the next couple of days, and hopefully hit my targets.
Yeah, yeah. This is it's actually a technology company involved in the cannabis
Cannabis,
industry.
yeah, they
So
do. I
they
think they do. Yeah, the
it's
services.
yeah, it's software solutions within
Yeah.
the cannabis industry. Great company located right here in the U.S., Denver, Colorado. Um, and yeah, I'm liking the price action on Kern here. Looking very nice. Yeah, up over 10% today. That's a good
It's
one.
me. I am going to swing some spy puts over the weekend. This is just me, higher risk, but I think that we can get a little bit of profit out of those spy puts. So I did average down a little bit from my buy earlier,
Right.
but I am swinging some spy puts, and I believe, let me see what I got, which ones I bought, 375s.
Yeah, look at that
Okay, so I
trend
got
line.
myself 375s July 8th, so next Friday. And that's the expiration. I got 378, 375 puts.
Yeah. I mean, that trend line is beautiful. I mean, I'm looking at 4 call option opportunities right there just today.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I just with so much, I don't know, this just has so much bad news out there lately. I think we come down a little bit on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that we don't carry on the trend to the upside. I just think short term on Tuesday we probably come down a little bit before
Yeah.
we trend up. So I'm buying some puts. I lowered my average a little bit here, and I'm going to hold a few over the weekend.
Yeah, I could definitely maybe see a slight pullback or a pullback of some sort early next week. Today was a really good bullish day. Not the best bullish day. I mean, we've seen SPY be up, over 2.5% easy. Up today about 1%, 0.88%. Still a good, nice bullish day for the SPY. Especially since yesterday we had somewhat of a doji candle pop out. I don't know if you caught that on the daily chart. So today could have actually been either way. Luckily, it was to the upside, and the day we had, the green day we had yesterday, continued into today. So I definitely
Yeah,
like
yeah,
seeing that.
I do like. Yeah, I mean, I think we come like it looks. Let's see if it actually holds here or not. But yeah, so I do like. I play in some. So yeah, I'm playing some spy puts. Meta. I got out of Meta. What else did we play? I also bought some affirm calls. I don't know what you think
Nice.
about that, Amy, but I bought some affirm calls for I think next Friday or the week after. I got some expiration $17 calls.
Yeah, Amy's played Affirm quite a bit. We know that she's done fantastic with those Affirm call outs as well. I like Affirm. I mean, look at the. I mean, Affirm was at 176 bucks. 6 months ago. 6 7 months ago. We're sitting
Yep.
down here at $17. I
Yep.
mean, that's insane. So we try and play all this volatility.
Yeah, no, affirm is a nice one. I loaded the calls. I mean, you can easily go further out. I mean, I got next week's, I believe, but if you want to go further out, by all means, you can probably get 2, 3 weeks out and still get some nice, contract prices there
Yeah,
for 17, 18, 19 bucks probably. Just don't go too far out of the money when you buy those options.
yeah,
And then I also bought the equities too
yeah.
to play. So I played both sides there.
Yeah, it looks like we got some good support on the firm around 1640, the mid 16s. So we're sitting right above that now, which is a ideal place to get to the maximum upside if that support does hold up. Um,
Yep.
I'm liking the chart. This is a great point to enter a firm right now, I think, and that was reflected in the plays that you just mentioned. So good
Yeah, this
stuff
could
there.
easily be. I mean, I'm not saying, hey, let's go 100% in, right? Because
Right? No,
we got some
exactly.
buying volume here at the end of the day, but it's still weak. It's not very strong. So you can look at something like this, maybe possibly a double bottom from the 17th of
Yep.
June. If long as this holds up here, we possibly could start moving back up towards that $20 range again. But yeah, this is why we only buy small positions. The initial first is a small position. I normally build my swings out like 3 or 4 buys.
Yeah,
So
me
this is
too.
my first buy. And you know what? If it decides to push up from here and confirm, and that's just easier for us because it's confirming that it is a reversal, then we
Right.
can just into it.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, if it's going to start trending back up towards this $20, even if we get it 50 cents higher than this or $1 higher, that's still a 10% that we're going to get out of that second buy.
Still a good gain, and you
Yes.
sacrifice a little bit of the move to have more security.
Yes.
To have
Yep,
more confidence
absolutely.
in the play. Yeah, absolutely. I love that. That's playing safe there.
Yeah, that is playing it safe.
That's
I
what we're
do
all
like
about.
this though. I do like this though. I do like the ending of a firm today. I do like to see the buying that's occurring now. And then we got this bottom here at 1640, 2 weeks ago. This is looking nice at the moment, but it's Friday. It sucks that this is happening on a Friday, because if it's a Monday, we could probably continue all the way up with momentum for the next couple of days, but it sucks that it's a Friday.
Yeah, it does. I wish, maybe today was Wednesday and we had 2 more days. But here we are going into the July 4th weekend. Looks like we might be getting a pump here at the end. Let's see. Go back to
Man,
here.
what are you up to for July 4th, man? You just gonna go to the beach, you said?
Either the beach or maybe just have a little barbecue at my house by the pool. Sounds pretty good there. Yeah, absolutely. And I was just looking at my coin spread. Wow.
How did that do?
100% of the gains on the table right now, right before close.
Hell yeah.
Yep. So that was a wild ride. I had a little bit more volatility than I expected. I had a pretty nice cushion. I bought it when coin was at 56, but that's why it's so important to scale into these spreads slowly, because I was able to get a really nice average and bring in a lot more premium when we did get the pullback. And we just needed the price to stay above $48 by expiration today. And it's sitting at about $49. And I was just checking the premiums on the spread, and we are officially at 100% of the gains on the table. If anyone's listening on Discord and took that play, you might want to consider taking that profit. I wouldn't recommend holding coin after the bell rings, because of we're sitting right above our short strike. But all the gains are there if you want to take it. So that coin spread ended up being very profitable. So I appreciate that, Lee, asking about that. Thanks, Amy. So it's about 3:58 p.m. now. Bell's going to ring in a couple minutes. You got any? Yeah,
I think I'll be on it too. I think we'll all be on it.
Yep, I'm just going to stay.
Yeah, sure, for real quick. Yeah,
all right,
we wrap this up and get right into the next studio.
Yep, we got the crypto weekend watch list coming up next, folks. It's about 4 p.m. The bell's going to ring any moment now. Other than that, me, myself, Mr.SLP, and myself, the Swinging Bull, we do this every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern for Power Hour. We go over the week, different plays we've done throughout the week, go over economic data, and just a really good market recap. But other than that, we'll see you guys in the next stream. And Lee, I appreciate you joining me.
And have a great 3-day weekend, guys. Happy July 4th.
Happy July 4th. Take care, you guys.